Hello and welcome to special Monday racing coverage from In the Money Media. Gulfstream mandatory Mondays are back. Week number 3. Interest continuing to build in this very horse player friendly concept. The pick 6, it's going to go out. That's how they've been doing it. That's how they're going to keep doing it. And there's other special wagers as well. We're going to focus on this show on the $1 players, place pick 8. Peter Thomas Fornatale back with you and Jonathon Kinchen. JK, were you able to get yourself situated last week to properly watch Gulfstream on Monday, or were you like me doing it with the device here?
We went out fishing. Austin went out fishing on a boat. So, it's funny. I brought my iPad. I do this all the time. I brought my iPad as if I was going to do something other than like do what I'm supposed to be doing, fishing, whatever. And so I didn't even turn it on. So I had it.
That's too bad. That's too bad. I've been able to intermittently, with all the fun stuff we've been having out here, the phone makes it so easy, and I've been lucky to be in. I did have one day where I was extremely bummed to learn that on the coast road in California, no cell service. So I did miss a couple of wagering opportunities. But, can always get up and pop some stuff in the morning and then just watch the races later. I've been known to do that once or twice, but I am looking forward. Hopefully, we're going to eventually get up there and be able to spend a few hours in a local watering hole in Saratoga betting these Monday races and missing the old days when you used to be able to do that down the block in Saratoga. But fortunately, our friends from Gulfstream have stepped up, and we've got this exciting action coming at us. Race number 2 is the start of this $1 players pick 8. It is a tricky trappy little 2-year-old filly maiden special weight race. I actually did really like a horse in here, though. Number 6, Coraline. This is the one I'm going to be using in this player's pick 8 and any pick bets that I've got going on. Corniche is off to a great start with firsters, 4 for 14, and all 4 siblings of Coraline ran in the money on debut. Safi Joseph needs no introduction. This is the one I'm with. How about you, JK?
Yeah, I mean, I wish I had something different to offer. When you look throughout the race, it just seems like the price tags on these horses, Coraline looks to probably be just a different type. You got a high percentage trainer in Safi. There's just too many things pointing in the right direction for that one. I would have no problem using that one in that place pick all.
$250,000 she cost at the Keeneland November sale. Let's see if she can get it done in race number 2. We move on to race number 3 on the Gulfstream Monday card. We've got a 17-5 claimer with a non-winners of 2 lifetime condition attached to it. We're going 7 furlongs on the dirt. Who wins?
Yeah, I'm going to go with the 2, Gus Swayze. You got the blinkers on. You got the dirty form last time for the turf race. You look at that dirt race 2 back. If they can run that figure, that number, that performance, that race, adding the blinkers, 3rd start off of a break since April. Gus Swayze, the 2 for me.
I get it. I'm going with number 1, Commandantore in this spot, JK. Big drop for the Delgado barn on this one. And I was thinking maybe, just maybe, he can seize control of proceedings and get the job done and in this 3rd race at Gulfstream on Monday. I don't mind your runner at all, maybe for pick bets. We'll hope it's as easy as the 1 and the 2 in race number 3. Race number 4 is up next. We've got maiden special weights going this 1-turn dirt mile at Gulfstream. I had a couple of horses and a question to ask you. The 4, Valentine, I thought was interesting and should get a really good positive trip. That's one I wanted to keep on side. And then I wanted to ask you about number 5, Word on the Street. Great name for this Street Sense, baby. Big drop. I guess my question for you, Barnes just 2 for 46 at the meet, but 19 seconds and thirds. Does that bother you when the form of the barn is a little bit below what you'd ideally want for a situation like this, or are you just going to trust the horse to run the number the horse should be able to run?
Yeah, I mean, I'll trust the horse. I think in that situation, it's one of those deals where I know the horse hasn't run all that great, but the horse has been 27-1, 26-1, 21-1, 106-1, 6-1, 20-1, 18-1. So it's almost like the horse is running where the horse is supposed to run. But looking at the figures, looking at the horses that show up in here, Word on the Street is the one that I had circled as one that I would use, that I thought could add a little value. We don't have morning lines, so I've got no idea what this horse will be, but that's where I'm going to land in race 4.
We will start the Rainbow 6 with 5-4 here at Gulfstream Park. Race number 5 is the start of the pick 5 that closes out this card on Monday at Gulfstream. We've got a 5.5 furlong race, bread and butter stuff, $10,000 claimers with the non-winners of 2 lifetime condition. I like number 5, Aerialist, best in here, Jonathan. Little interesting to me. First off, the claim for an outfit that's having a strong meet. And I just thought was too close to that fast pace last time. If can chill a bit early, maybe Aerialist can fly late. Who do you like?
Yeah, I mean, look, I was gonna pick Aerialist, but for the sake of not having the same horse to give people a couple of other options, the other horse I was between was the one Looks to Kill. I wish there was a little bit more early speed involved in those last races, but the 5.5 on the synthetic, I think that can play to closers, especially if there's not a horse in there to take advantage of that kind of paceless situation. So I'll go with the one Looks to Kill on the inside, but I agree with you on Aerialist.
1-5 in race number 5. Race number 6 kicks off the late pick 4. We are once again staying 5.5 furlongs on the scent. This time it's Maiden Fillies Claimers. 12-5 is the level. Jonathan, who wins it?
Yeah, we are. Well, it's race 6 now. I'm just trying to find my notes. The 3. I don't know how the hell you pronounce that. Wait. Wrong race.
Let's reset it. We'll let the people see how the sausage is made. If you're watching on the
seventh,
YouTube
I like
channel.
the 3. The 7th, I like the 3. In this
Okay,
race,
we'll get
the
there. No,
4.
let me reset it. Let me
Go.
reset it for the clip because we're doing again how the sausage is made. We're sending these clips out on social media as well for these races, so it'll just make everybody's life easier if I just say we move on to race number 6, the start of the late pick 4. We've got maiden claimers 12-5. We're 5.5 on the scent here. Jonathan, who wins?
I'm going to go with Elusive Chalice. What do we got here?
6.
There we go. The 6 horse. A lot of times when you get to these types of races where there's a lot of horses that have been trying and can't break their maiden, I always look for the horses that kind of had the least amount of chances because they have the most upside. The one thing I'll say about Elusive Chalice is blinkers on, so that could lead to an improvement. And the horse took a lot of money first time out, so there was always some intent the horse was going to run well. Take those two things together, another opportunity. I'll go with Elusive Chalice.
Elusive Chalice is the one that I want as well. That's how I knew immediately it was the number 6. And you already sort of mentioned the angle that I like. When they're bet for the debut, it's a proxy that they have some ability, that they have some speed, and then they don't break. Well, I don't care that afterwards they look green and chasing it out of it. That's not necessarily who they are because they're taken out of their game when they don't break. I'm going to look at that money that was taken first time out and say that Elusive Chalice can hopefully improve leaps and bounds in race number 6 at Gulfstream. Race number 7 at Gulfstream on Monday kicks off the $3 Players Late Pick 3, connecting races 7, 8, and 9. We move on to the turf, and we're going the Flying 5 in this one. I thought that the forerunner, Bodacious Queen, was the one I wanted, ran well against better on the grass, and has also run a little bit inefficiently in those recent synthetic runs. I think turning back to this 5 furlong distance should help. This is a candidate to win from on the lead or maybe just off the pace. Bodacious Queen for me to kick off the Players Late Pick 3. What numbers will be on your tickets?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Ignis Core. Last time the horse I thought ran well, got a 66 buyer. There's been 2 horses out of that race that came back and won. So that's encouraging. And they also ran a little bit faster. They both ran 40 buyers in that race where Ignis Core ran the 66. They both came back and ran 17 and 10 points faster. So it makes me feel like, especially in this race, the synthetic races can be a little bit odd with the pace scenarios. I like this horse to take another step forward.
I was eyeing that one as well. 3 and 4 for us in race number 7. Race number 8 kicks off the $5 Players Late Double. Very player-friendly terms here in these Gulfstream Park on Mondays and beyond. We've got a 1-turn mile, optional claimers, $25,000 level with a first level allowance condition attached as well. Jonathan, what numbers will be on your tickets?
Yeah, Latch the Hatch. The last 4 races, horse has been under 5-2 or right at 5-2. And has run well. Got two first, 2 seconds. I just feel like Latch the Hatch is in good form. And I think when you're dealing with some of these types, finding these horses that are just in good form, that are going to show up and run it's nice to depend on that. You have a horse who's been in the exacta in the last 4 starts. It's also comforting to know, especially if you're playing that place pick all.
Definitely a horse that I would like to keep on side latch the hatch. I was just a little bit worried about the mile, given the sectionals going shorter and the presence of other pace in here. So I did want to use another in addition to latch the hatch. For me, that was going to be number 2, Nothing Subtle. And as I ran this race in my head, I was just envisioning the right kind of mid-pack closing, inside outside trip here in a race where there could be plenty of pace. If it's a speed of the speed situation, I think it's the 8, Latch the Hatch. But I do think Nothing Subtle, the 2 runner, an interesting one as well. Call it 2 and 8 for me in race number 8. We wrap up Mandatory Monday with a 5 furlong turf allowance race for runners 3 and up. JK, when it comes to this place pick all, the Mandatory Monday pick 6, the players late pick 3, and double we've been talking about, how are we going to get paid?
Yeah, I like Cruising Man. I thought Sosa Summer was also a little bit interesting, but Cruising Man for me, I'm always, when we find these short races, I'm always on look for horses that have a lot of early speed. I think that it's an advantageous style when you're in these types of races. And Cruising Man hasn't run since January 1st, since New Year's Day. It's had a little bit of a break, but that's not a problem for me. If you look back, the last time you can find some running lines, horse runs okay off of little breaks. And there's a bunch of races where this horse is second and first and third and second and third and third and second. That gives me some comfort as well for a horse that typically shows up and runs his race. So Cruising Man in the last for me.
We are in lockstep, my friend. I think Cruising Man is just better on turf. You look at the best figures, they're all on green, mostly against better. Should get a great trip here, right up in the vanguard or right on the lead, in light with the Apprentice. And you mentioned about the long layoff. This horse won off a 200-day layoff earlier in the career. Crichton has good stats off the layoff. Let's see if Cruising Man can get the job done. And I don't hate it. If you have tickets where you can throw another number in there, that's so Sue Summer. The 3 makes sense. But if I'm only taking 1, I'm going to trust in number 2, Cruising Man, to get us home on this Monday card at Gulfstream Park. JK, very much appreciated having you on this show with me. Going to encourage folks to subscribe to the In the Money Media YouTube channel, making that big push. We're getting subscribers every day, but we still know most of you out there are not subscribed. It's a great way to help us out and support the content we do. And while you're at it, write us a review. If you're listening on the podcast side, leave us a comment. Let us know your best bet on this Monday card. Thank you, JK, for being here one more time. Thanks to Pete Rotundo and the team at First Racing for all their ongoing partnership within the Money Media. Very much looking forward to keeping these Mandatory Mondays going for us, whether it's on the YouTube channel or maybe some written coverage over at inthemoneypodcast.com. For JK, I'm PTF. May you win all your photos.